With me now, overlooking the Stade de France, is Sebastien Verlaine, who is the Marketing and Communications Manager for EVS. Good to see you, Sebastien.
Good to see you.
Now, tell us about VAR. This is one of the most controversial topics in football right now. It has been used quite a lot to try and make those difficult decisions. Do you think it's working, and what can technology help make it better?
I think it's definitely working, and I feel that more and more people are getting accustomed to it. And my estimate is that people don't want to go backwards now. I mean, once it's there, fans have come to expect it, even if
they argue about it.
Even if they argue about it, but I think in the end, it's here and it's here to stay, I believe. I think it's definitely going to also improve. I think that there's three ways to look at it. There's the referee on the pitch. You can tell that their behaviors are already changing as they become more comfortable with its use. So that's one thing. There's also the operational level, where the VAR assistants that are using the technology to help the referee are getting more accustomed to it, more experienced. And that is helping as well. So there are best practices that are being made, more and more training. And then the technology itself is evolving, where, of course, you arrive at a point where the technology can make, let's say, speed up the decision making.
Well, let's
and
ask
also
about that,
in question of precision.
It can be painfully slow, can't it, at the moment?
It can, but I don't think it's really a question of technology. It's more, the whole atmosphere, people operating the technology that can make a big difference. The technology itself is, I think, it's fast. And, if you take the technology that EVS is developing in VAR, it's based on live production, over 25 years of experience, where decisions need to be made quickly for a live show, a broadcast. So we've applied that technology for VAR, and for us, it's been working rather well. There's always room for improvement, and I think, that's what we need to take into consideration. We're still at the infancy of VAR, so there's still ways to improve practices, but also the technology will evolve as time goes by.
And what about the thing we're talking about today, which is AI, and how that's going to help broadcasters and sports production generally? Can AI be deployed in this VAR question?
It is. At EVS, we have a dedicated team who are really specialized in machine learning, which is a subset of artificial intelligence. Mm-hmm. We have several PhDs that are specialized in this field. And we have developed, let's say, a neural network that has been integrated into our Zebra system, which allows you to automatically calibrate the field so that you can overlay graphics on the field. And this is how we do the 3D offside line. This is driven, if you will, by artificial intelligence. And the impact is that it's speeded things up, but it's also more precise. Yeah. And at an operational level, but also in terms of the decision making for the referee. Now, the nice thing about it is that since it's machine learning, basically we teach it to learn from different scenarios and experience, and the more it's used, the more it will be precise in the future. Yeah. So that's one of the advantages of artificial intelligence, and that's how it's going to help to speed things up in the future.
I think I'm right in saying that, by and large, any computer system is only as good as the data you give it. So yes. Is it the question that VAR, to be really good, or to be even better than it is now, needs more cameras, more data, more video coming into the intelligence unit?
More cameras, more servers. So I'd like to go in that direction, but it's not necessarily the truth, because you can find a middle ground. Mm-hmm. The frame rates also can change things. So it depends on the cameras you're using. We are developing and conducting tests with certain customers, the use of AI with robotic cameras, for example.
Yep.
And these robotic cameras are steered by artificial intelligence. So they're focusing on action that's taking place on the field. And one of the applications could be in the future that these robotic cameras are used separately from the broadcast cameras, which are used mostly, for visually appealing images and the broadcast production itself. Whereas here, the robotic cameras could focus more on, certain actions on the field that could be detected and then pre-selected for, choosing the right angles and for the decision making so that we speed up the process itself. And since the robotic cameras are, steered by artificial intelligence, there's not really an operator behind it.
No.
A cameraman.
So the analysis could be done in real time too. So we
Yes.
could see the stage where an incident happens, well, this is a rugby field, I suppose, mostly, but, in that corner, and the referee would hear in his ear, within seconds of blowing the whistle, the AI says, no try, or no goal. It could be that quick, could it?
It can be that quick. Of course, here we're just trying to facilitate and already prepare, where the evidence is, where to look, to simplify that process so that there's less and less room for interpretation.
Yeah.
If you have less room for interpretation,
Better results.
Faster time, but also less subjectivity.
Any other use of AI in the production process for broadcasters and content creators these days?
That is something that we're also looking into because, of course, there's sort of that economic, dilemma, if you will,
By and large,
certain customers are interested in. And, of course, there's always been that argument, and I remember one of the first SVG football production summits that I attended to where I think it was someone from HBS who said, when we were in SD and we went to HD, people said, you're going to go to HD, you're going to need less cameras. But in the end, you have a lot more cameras. And I don't think that's going to change. People want to have, as much cameras as possible. If you take the Super Bowl, they used 115 cameras.
You are kidding. Did they really?
Yes, they did.
Okay.
So you can imagine all of that, trying to manage and record all that content.
It's almost overload, isn't it?
It's quite a challenge.
Good for EVS, though. Was there an EVS server hanging on every one?
There were 37 servers in the stadium.
You're a happy guy.
But it is. But you have to look at it also from the production side and all those angles that you need to choose from. There's the more content you have, the more you have to
more decisions
choose
you have
from.
to make.
And that's where we need to come in and try to speed up things as much as possible and make things as simple as possible for the production team.
Sebastian Verlaine, great to talk to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.